Hey, Jonathan from Buffalo Modular, and we are back in Ellicottville at this 42 North development project that is going on. This one specifically is lot 23, so I'm numbering them because it makes it easier for us. It also makes it easier for you as you're kind of referencing other videos that you've watched of the projects that we're doing. So this one specifically is lot 23. The modular portion of the build is about 1,600 square feet, about 1,200 first floor, plus a finished upstairs. So it's 4 boxes, 2 first floor, 2 second floor. And so the modular portion sits over 1,600 square feet. So not a huge footprint, but when you factor in the finished basement as well, it's actually a lot of house. It's over 2,500 square feet of house. So I wanted to do a walkthrough of this because the guys aren't here working. They're just about finished up, but I thought we'd do a walkthrough video of this just to check on the progress of things. So we're going to enter in from this side, which we don't usually do, but I thought it would be fun to walk in through this side. So we're going to walk in through the big vaulted ceiling entrance of the home. So you can see they did white windows, which a lot of these houses in this development are opting for black windows, black exterior, white interior. You could do black on black. This one specifically is white windows, and they did a dark vertical siding on this house. Again, went with something different here. This is actually a vinyl siding that they did for this house. The other houses that are already up right now are a hardy siding, so it's a little different material. And so it's just different choices, you know, from a budget standpoint, from a look standpoint, all the factors. There's so many things involved with how people make decisions about what is the best fit for them. So for us, our goal is to provide you good information to help you navigate the building process, to help you navigate design decisions and budget decisions and all these sorts of things, to decide what's really the best fit for you, so that you don't have buyer's remorse. So let's walk in here. As we come in, obviously the scaffolding won't be here long term, but what I wanted to primarily show you, really the main reason why I wanted to show you this house today, was to show you this vaulted ceiling. So if you can see, this has the same LVLs that the other houses do. Now they're a little bit bigger, to be sure, that's for sure, but the point that I really wanted to point out to you here is so you can see it's really hard to see them with the fact that they did this, you know, this tongue and groove sort of ceiling here. You could see it, man, barely see it right there. We'll see it upstairs when we go upstairs, but you can barely see them in here because there's so much going on in the ceiling. It really draws your eye to that rather than seeing the LVL. So where the other houses, what they chose to do was lean into it and do a specific wrap around them with these barn board sorts of looks, which looks really, really good. It's just a totally different sort of a feel and look for their house. So this is much like every chalet that you see, really. You get kitchen, you get dining room space, you get living room space. They went with a corner fireplace. This looks really, really nice. I love the way this turned out. But you get a lot of windows in here, right? You got a double window over here, triple window over here, and then you get these, what seems to be kind of a default with these homes in this development is to do these 3 panes of glass. I'll say panes of glass because they're technically not doors, right? So this one specifically, this is the only operable door in here. For some of the other ones, there's another one over here. They chose to do fixed panes for all of these other than the single one. Different ideas, obviously, for different people. One is from a budget standpoint. One is from, quite frankly, a functionality standpoint. If you have swing doors in your space, you have to account for the whole space around the swing door and the approach to the swing door. So it really changes how you can use your space quite a bit, right? If for the living room space, for example, because there's no door handle anywhere here, this is not an operable door, then they can do furniture wherever they want to over here. For over here, this is a good use of the space because you're gonna have a dining room table over here and then you're gonna come in from over here and walk outside. I think this is a great decision for this. They have a tile backsplash in this kitchen. You can see the really, really nice cabinets here from Fabuwood. We love these cabinets. All solid wood construction on these. They're really great. Could have gone with a higher cabinet in here as well. These are 36-inch cabinets. Could have done a bigger cabinet for sure. Could have done a shorter cabinet. Could have double stacked your cabinets. Could have done a staggered look on the top. A lot of different things that you can do with these. As is always the case, the island tends to become a little bit of an interesting piece to your build. So what they're gonna do, they have, you can see it right here and right here, they have a junction box in there where they're gonna put in lights. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out and how they feel about it. So you can see they have these fans on the floor here, and then up top you can see the wiring for those two fans that'll be up there. So let's go through and see what else is going on in this house. So as we come through here, here's our basement stairs. We'll go down there in a minute. And then here's the stairs upstairs. We'll go up there in a minute. Hall bath, just a simple tub shower surround. This is a single unit. Some of the other ones, they did a two-piece unit. There's 5-piece units. There's all sorts of different things. But pretty straightforward hall bath here. Linen closet across from the entrance of the home. So as you come in, you have a coat closet here. Nice big space, which I think this is a great decision what they did here for the quantity of space in here. Now, again, it's a smaller footprint, so you have to keep that in mind. You can't have all the same spaces in a small home that you can in a big home and expect it to still be a small home. It just doesn't work that way. So you have to make compromises and make decisions on what you're gonna do. For this one specifically, you have this doorway in to the entryway, but it's a nice big space. They can easily put a bench in here and make this a really useful space for ski country. So you have a bedroom off the back here, a single door off this bedroom. They went with a 3-panel door. I really like the look of these. Looks really great. These are hollow core doors. They could have done solid if they wanted to. Just different decisions, different ideas of what they want. Obviously different budgets and things like that as well. So certainly the bed's gonna go here on this. I suppose you could make an argument for the bed going here, but you got this outlet here, so more likely the bed's probably gonna go here. They're gonna have some sort of TV or something like that over there. Bifold closet doors, walk-in shower. It's looking really, really good, coming together quite nicely. I love all the clean looks in here, and I do love a window in the bathroom. I just think you don't have to have a window in the bathroom, but I just think it adds so much to the house because you get so much extra light. So as we come up the stairs, these are real, just simple pine stairs that they put some poly on and treated them, and they're all set to go. Now you can see here again, like I said before, the LVLs that are in here. But not only are they a little bit smaller because the size of the house is a little bit smaller, but also, man, with this ceiling like this, they really disappear, don't they? I mean, you can barely see them, especially from down below. Railing here, railing that kind of fades into the ceiling over on this side, runs right into this wall over here, and then you have basically a whole master suite is basically what this is. So you get some skylights in here, factory roughed in, the framing for the skylights, and then the skylights were put in by the on-site contractor for this particular build. Typically, skylights are something that not a lot of people are trying to do because most contractors don't want to touch them. They're just always worried that they're going to leak at some point in time. You get these storage spaces on either side, which can be really useful storage. They got these, pretty big access doors here, which is great. And then the bathroom space and closet as well. Closet space, bathroom space. But again, this is kind of a whole master suite up here, right? So what do you need the door to the bathroom for, I guess, right? It's, just extra doors. But this looks really, really great. I love the way this feels. Again, first floor is 1,200 square feet. So for most chalets, you're gonna be doing at least the first floor finished, but you can have the second floor finished ahead of time as well. Of course, there's extra costs to do that, right? But it depends on what your goals are, what you're trying to achieve. So let's go down in the basement here. I do love this decision, this little detail here, to do these pegs in here like this. I think that just adds a nice little detail. I really like that a lot. So as you come down, again, finished basement space. Nice big wide open space here. Ooh, it's really echoey in here. Can't wait to put some area rugs and furniture in here so it just kind of dampens all the sounds. Tub shower surround in here. Again, pretty simple hall bath. This one's a little bit smaller of a vanity in here. You can do different things, obviously. You got tankless hot water in here, your furnaces in here, your panel boxes in here. Nice utility space. Keep everything together. Washer, dryer in the hall. And then bedroom on the back. Bifold doors, egress window, well, but not necessarily an egress window because most of it is above grade. And then same thing here as well. Now, what's nice with these is typically a standard egress window is going to open side to side rather than top to bottom, but it's partially because of the quantity of space usually that you're going to account for with those. There's nothing stopping you from doing a window just like this in your basement. You can certainly do that. I think it's really just a matter of what the feel of the house is, what the grade of the property is. Does it make sense to do, more of a double hung window or more of a, simple, straightforward egress window where it slides to the side typically? Different ideas for different people. They did another tub shower surround in here. Again, this is a 2-unit, or 2-piece, I should say. So you get the tub and then you get the shower walls. The shower walls are a singular piece. But if you look here, you can see there's actually a gap in here, and that's going to need to get caulked, and that's going to need to get figured out every so often. You're going to have that, eventually get, gross, and you get cleaned and stuff like that. That's part of the reason that a lot of people do a single unit is because there's no seams anywhere, really simple and easy to clean, nothing for anything to kind of creep into anywhere. Hey, thanks so much for watching this progress update video on this chalet that we're working on here in Ellicottville as a part of the development project that we're doing. We'll continue to document all of these houses that go up in this area so you can see all the little subtle nuances and differences from one chalet to another. We get a lot of folks that are interested in chalets specifically because we get a lot of folks that have properties kind of like this, in the middle of the woods, on the side of a mountain, waterfalls, all sorts of different details. So feel free to reach out to us about your building project, what you're thinking about, and how we can help you with what you're trying to do. Thanks again. The little nuances, all the things that are an option to you, things that you can do, things that you can't do, stay away from this, all these sorts of things so you can help you make good blah, 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 blah.